Hey guys, XJ here, and today's gonna be a really fast video about the Necromancy combat refinements coming up next week. So this is a update in regards to feedback based on the changes they did. I think one yesterday or 2 days ago, right? So if we talk, so let's just get right into it and then talk about it after. So the featured zombie, the passive tick rate was nerfed to 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds the poison gets dealt. Now it's gonna go back to 1.8 seconds. Um, the poison damage is still nerfed, and the Cinderbane interaction with like it applying a separate something to do with Cinderbane's being like super broken with it is still nerfed. So in combination of also the Vengeful Spirit not dealing like the double damage essentially, and like again if a 1,000 hit happens, it's only gonna be an extra 100 damage. If when before if 1,000 damage happened, it'd be like 865 damage. So I guess it was nerfed too much. Although I don't know, like I'm not sure how I feel because I don't really do poisonable bosses that much, so I don't know how it was. Like I know how it was before, I don't know how it was after, but even then like it's not like it was bad. You summon them all for free still. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but like I understand it. So I just don't know how much damage that is. So I'm kind of reserved on how I feel about that. I don't know. I still feel that Necromancy probably should have had again, like I said in my other video, a little bit of a base damage nerf with like basics and stuff. But we'll continue on. So overall, I think that's fine. Um, Conjure Vengeful Ghost. The base duration with 30 seconds. Now it's going to be 42 seconds. And this is so that they all have the same uh, duration. I don't mind this simply because when the spirit died, you usually had to resummon it, or you would just put on your Excalibur, then just resummon everything at once again. So I feel like it is a buff, that is for sure. But we'll talk about more. Heal value went from 125% to 140%. Um, I'm not sure if the spirit does less damage or not. Honestly forget, but it does do less damage because the Vengeful Ghost was nerfed. This the ability. Again, I'm not sure how I feel. I personally have done like Zamorak and I've done like Raziel. I haven't really. I don't know. I feel like it was okay. I'm not sure about that. Like that's probably the one change I made me like. I'm not sure because they say that Necromancy is known for healing, but it's like, well, I don't think they should be known for like such high damage. And I don't know, but that's kind of small because it's still lower, way lower than before. Because I think before it was 175%, and I don't know. We'll see how. It's fine. Um, Command Vengeful Ghost ability duration was 30 seconds. Now it's 0 seconds. How do I feel about this? I don't know. I kind of personally liked how it was because it was like, oh, Zamorak pads, you use it. Oh, Arc Laker, we just did the Frozen Core part, or like it's immune to damage because it's doing the pillar mechanic with the beams. You cast it, or even like Virago Reflect or something. I kind of like those downtimes in the game, but it's kind of sad because I feel like instead of embracing it and be like that's a mechanic, we need to make things like Natural Instinct utilize more and abilities that don't do damage but they buff damage but not immediately. I like those things a lot, but every time they introduce a mechanic like that they always go back on it. So I would say again, like this is how it was before, and also this Vengeful Ghost ability is still very nerfed, and I understand what they mean by because of the nerfs, it's causes friction with the ability. Like you don't know, like when you do a ratio kill, it's like, do I cast this right now, or do I keep on using Finger of Death and Death Scrolls? I'm not even sure what the answer is. In regards to that, if it's better to use your Vengeful Ghost ability or just use that extra ability to get necrosis stacks. So I understand what they mean by like there's friction because it's not that as good as before, and it also having the 0 seconds, so it's on the whole time, encourages more life transfer. Because before life transfer, the only reason you would use life transfer is so that your skeleton keeps its damage stacking. Because after 25 hits, the skeleton's fully juiced. So that was the only reason. Like the zombie being out for longer, it didn't matter. The spirit being longer, didn't matter. So it kind of devalued your life transfer. So in a way, I don't mind this change simply because it's how it was before, and two, it gives more value to using life transfer because you don't have to recast the Vengeful Ghost ability, which is a global cooldown. Um, what else? Um, I was gonna say something else about it, but yeah, life transfer incantation fix an issue where it wouldn't function as expected when used immediately after conjuring a spirit. To be honest, this has been a thing since launch where you conjure a spirit and life transfer. I have reported this. I think they fixed it though with the patch before because when you only I think it was only when you summon the spirit that spirit would have very low duration for some reason. But yeah, then they fixed it. Then the bug came back with when you summon all three, the durations. I believe this actually gives them minus 21 seconds right now. If you summon all spirits and use life transfer, they get like minus 21 seconds, which is kind of funny. I get kind of confused here when they say like so this is happening. They even say, uh, the, these updates are coming next week, and then they say while the combat beta's main focus is to get the other three styles and to try it out, it is a combat beta and necromancy is a combat skill. So what does this mean? You can expect us to also be monitoring feedback and discussions during that time. Well, it's like this is going to be in the live game. So what are they implying that there's going to be more changes of necromancy in the combat beta? I just don't really understand what that means. That's very poorly worded, in my opinion. So overall, I mean, I honestly don't. Honestly, the only thing that's like is the heal value, in my opinion. I fully understand this change in terms of a fluidity standpoint, and but like at the same time, it's like I don't know. I'm the type of guy where it's like, why should everything have the same value? You know what I mean? Like all the basics of necromancy have the same value, but it's like why? Like, doesn't that make it kind of uninteresting? You know, like it's kind of my like I don't know because it's always interesting when it's like should I use my high damage skill right now or my low damage I don't know I just all this stuff is just to keep everything very linear with it, and I just don't know if that's for the good or better. Honestly, I feel like it's for the worse, but like I don't mind it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. I mean, I honestly said everything I said, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Overall, I think this is fine-ish. I think the only questionable thing again is the healing, but it's still a nerf. But um, maybe this. I'm not sure. I just don't do poisonable bosses. So yeah. And I'm kind of this just because I feel like Jetix is not embracing the downtime of bosses because I don't know. I feel like Natural Instinct is a cool ability. Immortality is a cool ability because it lasts 30 seconds. And it's like you can use these things during the downtime, but it's every time there's downtime, people just say they just scream time gate, time gate, time gate. It's like just utilize the time, then juice up. So yeah, that's just how I feel. You can tell me how you feel in the comments, but I don't know how I feel. I honestly feel like the only thing that maybe should have happened was honestly probably just this. Everything else is well, this is obviously a bug fix too. So I don't know. It's okay. Bye.